gross income, essentially real estate income, are taxed according to the previous difference between European and non-European as individuals, but the difference is with regard to the deemed income. Companies are not subject to this deemed income.
Okay.
So many times, and coming back to the previous question of a company or not a company, clients see in this lack
scenario,
of taxation of deemed income a good reason to establish a company in order to avoid this taxation. It's important to bear in mind here that when you are acquiring a property in Spain by means of a company, Spanish or not Spanish, you have to establish a transfer pricing policy with your company. Essentially, if you are using and enjoying the asset that the company is acquiring. This means essentially that the relation between your company and you as a result of this asset must be regulated under free market conditions at arm's length in the tax nomenclature. So in this regard, it's important to bear this in mind in order to avoid unforeseen events in the future, essentially because I'm very aware that the Spanish tax administration is auditing and challenging these structures of a property directly held by a company.
Exactly.
And this essentially, with regard and a very broad sense, taxation of real estate income by means of an individual, by means of a company.
Okay.
As you can see, the deemed income is not a very significant or relevant amount to be paid as a tax liability. Okay. So for European Union residents, many times incorporating a Spanish company, not for sure, but using a legal entity to acquire the property many times implies to incurring more cost to maintain the structure than the benefit in tax scope that they are going to obtain. When you are a non-resident in the European Union, could make sense incorporate a Spanish company.
Okay.
If you are acquiring the property just in order to obtain a tax benefit, a different tax treatment, and you want to rent it in the market, you're going to be taxed under 24 tax rate, and no expenses can be deducted. Yeah. On the other hand, you can incorporate a Spanish company, deduct taxes, and if an economic activity is being conducted, also to be analyzed in depth, tax rate could be 23%.
Okay.
Or if the company qualifies as a mere holding company, 25% tax rate is going to be applied under corporate income tax.